Hello everyone, welcome back. Hope you all are fine. Firstly, I would like to thank each and every one of you who subscribed to my channel. Please continue your support. Definitely I'll come up with much more informational videos. I'm going through all your comments. Soon I'll make all the requested videos. Thank you so much. Coming into the topic, today I'm going to discuss about black fungi, white fungi and yellow fungi. We all know the situation right now. We are facing this epidemic during the pandemic situation. Already people are getting infected with coronavirus. Again we are seeing the cases where people are getting infected with these fungal organisms. We can say that these are the secondary infections. Why? Because people are already suffering with the coronavirus. Again they are getting infected with these fungal organisms. But here if you observe, like, we are naming them as black fungi, white fungi and yellow fungi. Naming a disease with the color is a bit confusing and scientifically it is not at all recommended. We need to address the disease with the causative agent and we need to specifically mention the name of the disease. These all are the fungal diseases because they are caused by a fungal organism. If we take a black fungi, it is caused by a mucor species. So we are calling it as mucormycosis. Generally, mycology is the study of fungi. The term mycosis refers to a growth of a particular fungal organism. And we are saying that mucormycosis, that means the specific mucor species growth is indicated with the term called mucormycosis. I already made a video on mucormycosis. I'll provide you icon. Please go through that video. So here the black fungi is also called as mucormycosis, is caused by a group of molds which are present in the environment. They cannot cause any harm to a healthy person. They will only affect a certain group of individuals who are having a health complications. As I already told you that these infections were particularly seen in people who are suffering with coronavirus and also in people who got recently recovered from that coronavirus infection. Mucormycosis, Candida and Aspergillosis. These are the most common fungal infections, especially seen in people with lower immunity. We can also say these fungal strains as opportunistic pathogens. We all know that the microorganisms are present everywhere. They are present in water, they are present in soil, they are present in air, they are present on our skin and they are present within our body. But whenever the conditions are favorable for their growth, these organisms will take an opportunity and they will cause infection in those individuals. If we are healthy, they can't do anything to us. But if our immune system is lowered, if we are suffering with any other health related issues, like if I am diabetic or if I had any organ transplant, then I am more prone to this infection. And here the white fungi is caused by Candida. And the exact causative agent for causing this yellow fungal disease is not known yet. Rising cases of mucormycosis has been reported so far from several states across the country. Black fungi is caused by Mucormycetes, group of molds which are present in the environment. They could be a Rhizopus species, they could be Mucor species, they could be Rhizomucor species. And these species infect lungs and the other vital organs of the body, which is extremely dangerous. It is very important to diagnose the infection at early stage. If not, it is very difficult to save a life of a person. It is also not recommended to convey this topic with the color, but for better understanding, I just mentioned as black, white and yellow fungi. For black fungi, it is better we call it as mucormycosis, and the white fungal disease is caused by Candida species, as well as I told you, we don't exactly know the causative agent for this yellow fungal disease. Generally, as I told you just now, that these microorganisms are present everywhere. For example, if I ask you to isolate some strains from a soil sample or a water sample, or if you take any air sample, if you are interested in isolating the microbes from air, what you do? You are going to expose the petri dish and then you are going to close the lid and allow for the incubation. or if you want to isolate any microorganisms from a soil sample, what you do, you are going to collect some 1 gram of soil sample and you are going to prepare a soil suspension. From that you are going to make a cereal dilution followed by plating onto a nutrient agar media. Next step is to close the lid of a petri dish and then you keep it in an incubator maintained at 37 degrees centigrade for a time period of 24 hours. Next day when you observe the plate, you can see more number of colonies. That indicates the growth of the microbial strains. We don't exactly know what the microorganism is, right? So to identify the organism, we go with the staining procedure, where we are going to observe the organism under the microscope after staining, and we can also go with the biochemical test in order to identify the organism. Some of the colonies may appear yellow in color, some of the colonies may appear white in color, some of the colonies may appear black in color. What I mean to say is that each microorganism will have a different physical and morphological characters. When you observe under microscope, some of the organisms may appear in coque shape, some of the organisms may appear in rod shape, right? Similarly with the fungal organisms also, some of the fungal strains appear black in color, some appear white in color and some appear yellow in color. Based on their color appearance, they were called as black fungi, white fungi and yellow fungi. And these fungal organisms are present in the environment. They are present in air in the form of spores. They are present in the soil. They are present on the rotten fruits and vegetables. If you just leave a piece of bread at your home for quite some time, the next day or after some days, if you observe that piece of bread where you can see a black mold growing on it, right? It's a fungal organism. So based on their appearance, we are calling as black fungi, white fungi and yellow fungi. Let us discuss about each of them in brief. Coming to the black fungi, about 10,000 cases were reported so far. Only few cases were reported compared to the black fungi. And coming to the yellow fungi, less cases were reported so far, and the first case was reported in UP, that is in Uttar Pradesh. As per the reports, it was mentioned that yellow fungal disease is more dangerous compared to white fungi and the black fungi. And it is fatal if it is left untreated and if it is not diagnosed at an earlier stage. In case of black fungi and white fungi, we can easily make out the symptoms because here the symptoms are visible. But when coming to the yellow fungi, this organism will grow internally, affecting the vital organs of the body. So it is somewhat difficult to make out the infection compared to the white fungi and the black fungi. Unlike the other fungal diseases, here the yellow fungal disease symptoms are not visible. And early diagnosis is very important. This yellow fungi will affect the body parts and doesn't allow them to work. When this fungal organism enters into a human body, it is going to affect all the vital organs of the body and also causes organ failure and acute necrosis. If a person is infected with a fungal disease, we can easily make out based on the symptoms, right? But here it is not possible in case of yellow fungal disease because patient doesn't show any external symptoms. Only he will exhibit the internal symptoms, that is within the body. This yellow fungal organism causes the leakage of pus in the body, and the leakage of pus will slow down the healing of wound. Coming to the symptoms of black, white and yellow fungal disease, people who are infected with black fungi exhibit the symptoms of chest pain, pain on one side of the face, toothache, discoloration over the nose and breathlessness. Here mostly this fungal organism will affect the lungs, face, orbits of eyes, nose and also the brain. And coming to the white fungi, people who are infected with this fungal organism will exhibit the symptoms of cough, breathlessness, chest pain, headache and swelling. These symptoms are quite similar with COVID-19. Whereas coming to the yellow fungal disease, here the people will exhibit the symptoms of lethargy and weight loss. Moreover, loss of appetite. If the disease is prolonged, that means in severe conditions, people will exhibit the symptoms of sunken eyes, that is due to malnutrition and also organ failure, and also oozing of pus from the wounds and necrosis. Necrosis is nothing but a cell injury that leads to the death of a cell. In all the cases, early diagnosis of the disease is really helpful to save a life of a patient. Let us now discuss about the causes of infection, treatment and the precautions to be taken. Let us first discuss about the reasons for the cause of a black fungal infection. The first reason is that the misuse of steroids or the long-term use of steroids. These steroids will increase the blood glucose level. That is a favorable condition for the growth of a fungal organism. Moreover, the use of steroids will reduces your fighting power, where these steroids are going to suppress the immunity. Along with the steroids, people were also given with the antibacterial medications. Generally, in our body, we do have a normal flora. We call them as commensals. These are the beneficial bacteria. But with the use of these antibacterial drugs, their population will be decreased. But this pathogenic fungal organism population will be increased. So thereby this harmful fungal organism, simply we call them as a harmful microbial strains, will overcome the population of those useful bacteria, thereby causing the infection in our body. And the second important reason is due to the infection with the COVID-19. As I told you, this is a secondary infection because this disease is especially seen in people who are infected with coronavirus. So here what happens is, when the person is infected with COVID-19, this virus will cause the increase in the serum iron. Moreover, when the person is on a long-term ventilation, that will decrease his immunity. It is also believed that these fungal organisms are transmitted by the humidified water being given along with the oxygen. Moreover, this coronavirus will damage the airway mucosa and the blood vessels. All these conditions makes a favorable environment for the growth of these fungal organisms. And the other important reason is diabetes. We all know that India is having a huge population of diabetic people. And during this diabetic condition, there will be an increase in the blood glucose levels, right? And moreover, the pH of the blood will reaches the acidic range. That creates a favorable environment again for the growth of this fungal organism, because these fungal organisms feeds on high sugars. Coming to the white fungal disease, people with low immunity and people with poor hygiene, we call it as a unsanitary condition, are more prone to this white fungal disease. Moreover, this white fungal disease is especially seen in people with other health complications like diabetes, cancer and also the prolonged use of steroids. They are at a high risk of acquiring this infection. Coming to the causes of yellow fungal disease, people with poor hygiene, with contaminated resources and people with the use of steroids and also the excess moisture is a favorable condition for the growth of this fungal organism, as well as the use of antibacterial medicines are the prime cause for the yellow fungal disease. As I told you earlier, the use of antibacterial medicines, they not only wipe out, these are the broad spectrum antibiotics, they not only wipe out the pathogenic bacteria, but they will also kill the protective commensals. That creates a problem. Coming to the treatment, amphotericin B is used, which is a broad spectrum drug to treat these fungal infections. And let's discuss about the precautions to be taken. The first important precaution is to keep your surroundings clean. If your room is not clean and if your immunity is weak, then you may be the next victim of this fungal disease. So please take care of yourself. And also it is very important to remove stale food and fecal matter immediately. That will promote the growth of microbial strains. So it is very important to keep your surroundings clean. and you have to keep the humidity of the room. The humidity of the room shouldn't exceed 30% to 40%. If there is more humidity, that means if there is an excess moisture, that is again a favorable condition for the growth of a fungal organism. So make sure you maintain the humidity of the room. And next important precaution is to reduce the use of steroids. So you have to use these steroids under the medical supervision only. Moreover, you need to control the blood glucose levels. As I told you, the increase in the blood glucose is again a risk, where these organisms will take the opportunity, and that is a favorable environment for the growth of these fungal organisms. So you have to maintain the blood glucose levels. Above all, it is very important to take good food to boost your immunity. Early diagnosis is very important, as I said you earlier. When this fungal organism infect the sinuses, they will block the sinus, and due to the growth of the fungal organism, there will be an accumulation of fluids in the sinus. If we diagnose immediately, we can save a life of a person. If not treated, from the sinus through the veins in the nose, this fungal organism will reach cavernous sinus and it will infect, which is a dangerous sign of infection. Sometimes it is very difficult to save a life of a person if the infection reaches cavernous sinus from the sinus through the veins of a nose. This is all about the fungal diseases. Soon I'll come up with the next video. Thank you so much.